start. I would like the present government to take steps to implement the recommendations made by this committee and also keep in mind those recommendations while formulating the bill relating to the handicapped, because so far we have not been able to formulate the requisite national policy for the handicapped. Many experts have expressed their views after much discussion and deliberations. The government should take steps to implement those recommendations. I believe that this House will unanimously agree that there should definitely be a national policy regarding the handicapped so that they need not depend on others. There are many countries in the world where many special laws have been made for the welfare of the handicapped, and they are provided with many additional facilities. We too can formulate a national policy for the handicapped on the lines of those formulated by other governments. Mr. Chairman, sir, as I said in the beginning, the rate of infant mortality in our country is very high due to many reasons, including poverty, malnutrition, and undernourishment. Similarly, many children are deprived of proper education as they fall victims of bad habits. We have observed that in many families, the parents are illiterate or they are so busy in their work that they are not able to pay proper attention to their children. Some of these parents work as laborers while some others are engaged in similar menial jobs. The previous government had formulated, passed, and implemented the Juvenile Justice Act. I would like the government to make adequate arrangements to see that the act is fully implemented in all the states and that none of its provisions is violated. The children are the future of our country and as such cannot be neglected. Tomorrow they are going to shoulder the responsibility of the nation. Along with the industrial development and progress in many fields, we are witnessing the onset of many services in our country. Ours is a welfare state. It is our responsibility to see that vices of our children are removed. Madam Chairman, I rise to support the railway budget. At the outset, I congratulate the Honorable Minister for presenting a socio-economic development oriented budget for the first time by giving concessional and free journey facility by rail to war and police widows, disabled and industrial workers awarded for productivity and technological innovation. This will certainly boost the morale of workers for increasing productivity. I am not happy at the second class fare increase. Due to financial constraints, the Honorable Minister has been forced to increase the second class rail fare. The second class rail fare should not have been increased and the passengers should have been spared of this increase in second class fare. The Honorable Minister has announced several measures to modernize and improve the working of the railways. The railways are the lifeline of the nation. Therefore, the railways in India really need upgradation and modernization. We are lagging behind in modern rail facilities when compared to the advanced countries. I am glad that the Honorable Minister has laid emphasis on the modernization of the railways. Stop.